Greetings, everyone. So, today I want to cover a little bit about gaslighting, and I'm going to share a personal story of mine in how I discovered narcissism through learning about gaslighting. So, this was quite a few years ago, and this person that I know that was in my life, she would always ask me, "Don't you know what day it is?" Like, implying doubt, like, "Don't you know what day it is today?" And at the time, I wasn't working, so I was in between jobs. So it really didn't matter. And I always was decent about kind of knowing what day it was, but this is what a narcissist will do, is they'll pick something to purposely make you feel like you're losing your mind, and also to instill doubt in yourself. She kept doing this to me. And I had been around narcissistic behaviors numerous times before that, and always questioned it, but I just didn't know what it was. So, thanks to the internet, I did a Google search. I don't even remember what words I put in, but it was, I'm feeling confused, I don't understand what's going on, something like that. Found out what gaslighting was. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to add, so this person continually kept doing this to me. And that was just one thing, and I'll get into more another time. But I was so freaked out and upset by not knowing what day it was, even though it didn't really matter that much, that I went out and bought these calendars. And I always, I'm like an old school person. I love my calendars. So I hung one up in my kitchen cupboard. What else? One on the wall. I was living in a studio at the time. And then one in my bathroom, because I was so feeling inadequate about not really knowing what day it was. So then I do the Google search. I found out what gaslighting was. And how I was understanding what was going on was I was journaling. Because I knew the things that this person was doing to me were, something was really wrong. I'm not an idiot that just fell off the bus. Like, I knew something was really wrong. And so by journaling the things that she kept doing and saying to me, that was where I would have a record. And she was constantly gaslighting me. So then I found out what it was, and then I found out what narcissism was. And I had actually written down really, really good notes, because that's just how my mind works. I wrote down tactics, narcissistic tactics. I was going online, I was listening to Angie Atkinson, I was listening to Ollie Matthews. Who else? Those were the main ones I listened to at first. And then later on down the line, I started listening to Dr. Romani, Dr. Les Carter, I like him a lot, Ross Rosenberg. Yeah. So once I realized how evil this person was, because there was a lot more to this person, to include cruelty and evil actions toward animals, and it's just bad. So I was writing down all these tactics. I actually had done a whole bunch of, they were very elementary videos that I had done. They were good though, and people liked them. And I didn't even have a laptop, so I was writing things down on a notepad and pointing my camera toward it. Anyways, they were well done, and that channel that I had before is gone by my choice. But writing down all those narcissistic tactics and realizing how many of the tactics this specific person in my life was using It wasn't very long at all, and then I went completely no contact. Like 100%. Well, and I had, this particular person, I had separated myself from them before and done no contact before I even knew what it was. So, what is that old saying? Third time's a charm. So that was the third time, and I've been no contact with that person, who I'm pretty sure is a sociopath, for probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 years now. Bliss. If you can go no contact, is better. So that's my story about gaslighting. And I would tell anyone, if you start to feel really confused and off kilter when you're around someone, that's your first clue. So how you feel inside, it's basically like, how are you feeling around this person? So I hope that helps. I will definitely be posting more anywhere on YouTube, and wherever you are, have a good day or a good night. Peace. Have a good one.